Star Wars is going to be part of a brand new gaming universe created by Epic Games and Disney. In this video, I will be sharing with you all of the details that have just been announced from this major reveal. There is so much to talk about. What does this mean? What games are going to be part of this? What's the future going to be looking like? There is a trailer and so much more. But before we do get into all of today's details though, make sure you do subscribe to this channel so you won't miss any future news updates on Star Wars games. So late last night, Disney and Epic Games made this huge announcement. It's to create an expansive and open games and entertainment universe connected to Fortnite. Now, before you just say, so this is just a mode in Fortnite, well, their full announcement sounded a little bit more vague, and it appears to me that they're going to be using Fortnite, but also it's not necessarily Fortnite. It's really confusing, but hear me out. So to start off with, Disney have spent $1.5 billion to acquire a stake within Epic Games. It's a big investment. This is similar to how much Lego actually put into Epic, and that was to launch this Lego Fortnite mode that recently came out. I made a video on it. And it has like the Star Wars skins and stuff like that. So that's where their investment has gone. Now it sounds like that Disney want their own mode or something along those lines within Fortnite, but it's going to be dedicated to all of the Disney IP. They say that in addition to being a world-class game experience and interoperating with Fortnite, the new persistent universe will offer a multitude of opportunities for consumers to play, watch, shop, and engage with content, characters and stories from Disney, Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars, Avatar, and more. So if we just break that down for a moment, they say it's interoperating with Fortnite, so it's going to be using Fortnite somehow, but at the same time it's going to be a world-class game experience and have opportunities for you to watch, shop, engage, and play. Watch sounds like, I guess, you'd be able to sign into Disney Plus and watch Disney Plus content within Fortnite, which just seems really stupid to me, because Disney Plus has a watch feature with friends, so you don't need to do any other services, and it would be much better quality watching on the app itself. That seems a bit silly if that is the case. Disney's CEO Bob Iger said in an interview yesterday that you can buy digital goods and ultimately physical goods. He also said that the universe will live alongside Fortnite, but also be interconnected with it. But he goes on to say that players, gamers, and fans will be able to create their own stories and experiences, express their fandom in a distinctly Disney way, and share content with each other in ways they love. This will all be powered by Unreal Engine. Now, that's a given that Epic make Unreal Engine and Fortnite runs on it. I think the interesting part in that quote is that you're going to be able to share content and create your own stories. Now, there is already that creative mode within Fortnite, which is very expansive and pretty insane, but you can't do copyrighted stuff in there, right? For example, if you were to make like a Star Wars map featuring Star Wars assets, you wouldn't be able to upload that for people to use. Like, people have done this before. They've remade like Battlefront 2 maps in Fortnite, but because they use Star Wars assets, they can't publicly share them as a creative map. So it's limited to just a video on TikTok by the creator. What I think is going to happen is you're going to be able to create, say, a Star Wars experience within Fortnite, like your own Star Wars minigame, I suppose, and you're going to be able to share it, and it will act just like any other game mode that you can create in Fortnite right now. It's just going to be allowed because Disney have signed this deal. I guess you may be able to pay a fee to have the license and the characters and things like that. You might be able to buy individual things, like, let's say there was an asset pack for each Star Wars film. So if you bought the Force Awakens asset pack, you get Kylo Ren, Rey, Finn, Captain Phasma, characters like that. Or Revenge of the Sith, you get Anakin, Obi-Wan, the Clone Troopers, and you're able to use those, and they're like fully voiced perhaps, something along those lines. I think something like that could be really cool because we just know how creative people within Fortnite are and how creative Star Wars fans are. Essentially, you can create your own Star Wars game, perhaps. That sounds like what it might be. And then you're able to play it within Fortnite. I've been playing the trailer in the background, and unfortunately it doesn't actually offer anything other than a montage of clips from films and stuff, plus some sort of artist interpretation of this universe. It looks like Disneyland, but in Fortnite. So I could imagine this to be a thing where you effectively have like a Disneyland within Fortnite, and each of the IPs have their own subsections, just like the real life Disneyland has. For example, Star Wars has Batuu, Galaxy's Edge, and that's a section. Whereas this mode, potentially within Fortnite, or if it's a standalone thing, would be a place where you'd be able to pick which IP you want to go to, and it will take you to that area. You can see the Millennium Falcon, TIE fighters and such in this image, but I don't think that's any indication. I think that's just to represent Star Wars as a whole. This artwork is not really an indication of what the actual thing will be like in terms of locations and stuff like that. Disney's CEO, Bob Iger, says our exciting new relationship with Epic Games will bring together Disney's beloved brands and franchises with the hugely popular Fortnite in a transformational new games and entertainment universe. So it sounds like there will be multiple games within this thing, this universe they're calling it. A year ago, they would have called this a metaverse, but as we know, all of that has been BS, and the companies trying to force that, it's just not panned out. This seems like a more slimmed down, realistic version of what companies and people wanted a year ago or two. Bob says that this is Disney's biggest entry ever into the world of games and offers significant opportunities for growth and expansion. We can't wait for fans to experience the Disney stories and worlds they love in groundbreaking new ways. Disney also say that Epic's industry-leading technology and Fortnite's open ecosystem will help us reach consumers where they are so they can engage in ways that are most relevant to them. They're going to be able to bring together our collection of stories and experiences from across the company for a broad audience, and they do mention things like Jedi Survivor that used Unreal Engine, so did Jedi Fallen Order, and most of the upcoming Star Wars games are using Unreal Engine, Respawn's FPS game, the Bit Reactor strategy game, things like that. I have personal beef with Unreal Engine because on PC, it has major issues. In pretty much every Unreal Engine game, Epic still haven't fixed a major issue with the engine, which is one of the reasons why Jedi Survivor has issues. I'm not pleased that so many games are just switching to Unreal Engine because there are so many great engines out there that don't have the same issues Unreal Engine has. Yes, Unreal Engine does have some great features and it is very helpful in many situations, but it still does have some drawbacks. And having every game run Unreal Engine or Unity is not great. We need diversity in this industry. It was a real shame to see CD Projekt Red move away from the Red Engine. It's fantastic in Cyberpunk and their previous games. Luckily, DICE are sticking with Frostbite because we've had Battlefront and Battlefront 2 still look absolutely incredible several years after release, better than a lot of games today, and have far greater performance as well. They just work, and compared to Unreal Engine on the PC side of things, they're far more optimised. As for when this universe will apparently come out, Bob Iger said in an interview yesterday that it will release in maybe a couple of years, which I sort of expected. What they're proposing here is pretty huge, and we aren't going to see it until probably 2026, 2027, maybe closer to 2030. Or will it ever actually happen? For reference, the Lego Fortnite thing took about 18 months to 2 years, something along those lines. I would like more details. It's just a lot of buzzwords, a lot of vagueness, and it doesn't fill me with a lot of confidence that they know what Star Wars fans want. If you look at social media, the response to this, this was actually posted by the main Star Wars Twitter account, which is unusual for announcements, I would say, for things like this, and pretty much all the top responses for quite some time are just asking for a new Battlefront game. This is not going to be the Battlefront game that we want, but you might be able to create your own shooter Star Wars game within Fortnite using the tools they are going to be offering, and you may be able to make money from it. You may be able to have a huge selection of players come and play your game. At this moment in time, there is only one upcoming multiplayer Star Wars game that's been announced, Star Wars Hunters, which is set to come out soon, but that is mobile and Nintendo Switch only, so it's not aiming at the audience that would want a multiplayer Star Wars game. There are many reasons why a multiplayer Star Wars game hasn't been announced yet, and I guess for them, they just want to do it in Fortnite, which just sucks because Battlefront is so successful, so popular. There needs to be another multiplayer Star Wars game. There just needs to be, because there is a large audience waiting for something. It's been 4 years now since Battlefront 2 ended, and there hasn't been anything. I'd love to hear your thoughts on anything I've talked about in this video, so please do let me know down in the comment section below if you enjoyed this video, and subscribe so you don't miss any future news updates on this gaming universe that will feature Star Wars. And if you did miss any of my previous videos, click on the playlist on screen right now, and I shall see you in my next video. Goodbye.